The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide supportive and positive learning experience so that the members feel that they are personally and professionally growing in their best capacity. To do this, to ensure this, we follow few ground rules. In a typical Toastmasters meeting, you're not prohibited, but you're advised to speak sensibly on certain taboo or sensitive topics like sex, religion, and politics. Please do not speak in a way that it is derogatory or offensive. When the speaker is giving a speech, whether it is online or offline, it becomes very difficult if you keep the noise producing devices like phones and other smart watches. So I give you 5 seconds and I request you all to kindly put it on silent, and I'm also doing it right now. It can be either in silent, switched off, or airplane mode. Also, in the online setup, when the speaker is speaking, please avoid crosstalk or moving here and there, which might distract the speaker or the facilitator. You can do that when the transitioning is happening from one role taker to another. This meeting is recorded for training and other purposes. And if you don't wish to be recorded, you may keep your camera off. But otherwise, I encourage all the Toastmasters to be on the camera throughout, because it creates a positive experience and it gives the feel of eye-to-eye contact and in-person meeting. So please be online as much as you can. With this, we come to the session of ground rule setting. And now it's time to call on the podium the presiding officer for the meeting. Today, the presiding officer is DTM Yaska, who is an IIT graduate. He has contributed a lot in District 92 in various capacities, and needless to say, he has won over my heart. So, Mr. Ram,
our hearts also in a different way, but
okay. Welcome to meeting number 227. With this, I would officially welcome everyone. Thank you so much. Before I give my presentation, I see some guests here. Can you please come and introduce yourself, please?
Dilip is a member now, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
But till the time you are.
You feel like a member. You feel like a member. So
Good morning, everyone. So still I am coming as a guest. Hope next meeting I will be a member for Toastmaster. I am Dilip, and this is my third meeting to Toastmaster.
What you do?
Okay. As a profession, I am working as a senior engineering manager in Lowe's for last 3 years, and Bangalore is new for me. I just came to Bangalore 2 years back, and I really like the weather now because I'm from one of the hottest places in India. I'm from Jodhpur.
Which place in Rajasthan? Jodhpur. Jodhpur.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. My cousin studies in IIT Jodhpur, so Love is a very nice office. We have been there, as part of TLI.
Earlier it was not, but now they have changed the.
Yeah, in Manata it is. Thank you so much. I can please come on stage.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
My name is Dinesh Shetty. I am from Andhra Pradesh, Andhra district. Actually, I am working in FS Global as a software engineer. Okay, actually, I came to here. My main motto is to improve my communication skills because the last 2-3 years I am in work from home. Due to that, my mother tongue influenced me more. That's why once upon a time I know the Toastmaster what is the process and a little bit. Okay, I suddenly thinking that I got in mind. Suddenly I want to improve my skills. I am thinking what to do. No one is there. Simply I am sitting in home and doing work. I am not communicating much with people. Suddenly I got remembered Toastmaster, and I searched Toastmaster nearby. I got it in Hoodi Toastmaster club, and I came here to improve my skills. This is my.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
I'm Vinny. I shifted in Bangalore a few months back and I connected with Trilok, I think, for the last session, last to last session as well, and this is my second session. I'm here to learn, connect, and grow my communication skills. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome. So we have to have our elections now. So waiting for quorum to happen. We are at 14 currently. We need,
Yeah, Amity and Rishi have joined.
yeah. We need to touch
Yes, sir.
20.
People prefer forum to quorum.
Okay, please.
Sorry, sir.
Leave
I
it.
was trying to,
Not leaving it.
Okay.
I'm trying to move to speaker view, but it's like.
You continue.
So as we are supposed to have, okay, what is this? So what we'll do is we'll start up with our meeting, right? We'll have after speeches, 2 speeches are done, then we will have let members come in, let the 2 speeches complete, then we will do it. Okay, please leave it as it is. Okay, so as when you started off today, in the T20 World Cup, Afghanistan has beaten on one of the giants, Australia. So let's have a small celebration for that. Visual photo, I know yellow lost, so visual photo will not work here.
Blue precedes yellow all the time, Yaska.
So yeah, why we have to have elections? We got nominations, so we thought we'll have the elections formally. So we'll elect our people. So if there are only one nomination as of now, but if anybody wants to stand from the floor, feel free to. Then we'll have a proper election and speech. Otherwise, we'll ensure that we nominate the person and take things forward. That's how we'll continue the elections. Then we have one meeting left to complete this particular term. So today is the last but one meeting. The next meeting, that is June 30th, will be the last meeting. Post that we'll have the new term starting. That means the new EXCOM will take charge. A new era for the Hoodi will start. Somebody is cannot.
Leave it.
Okay. So with that, we'll continue that part. I'll explain in more detail when I pick up the section. So Saurabh, once I get the quorum, we will pick up that one. Right. Then what else is there? Hoodi has won one more award.
Oh, wow.
We have added 5 members. So there's a Toastmaster award that happens. So there are 3 awards that happens: medley, walk the talk, and then talk of Toastmasters and beat the clock awards. Basically to drive our membership from Toastmaster side, not from the district side. So we have added 5 members in the month of May and June. So with that, we
He's
have
also going to.
Huh?
He's also going to be added as
Yeah.
a.
Yes. So that's our the last nail on the coffin is what I would say. So that's my this thing. So let me introduce our Toastmaster today. He's a techie by profession and heart. He strives to stay updated on the latest tech innovation, socio-economic affairs, and even explore the world out of his free time. I want to hear what is the socio-economic affairs you are updated about. So please help me welcome Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, presiding officer, for the warm welcome. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
It's always a pleasure to serve on the TMOD. So before I get into the theme of today's meeting, let me little bit brief on the format of the meeting. So as usual, we have 3 sections in our meeting. Apart from the elections that Yaska mentioned, we will have formal speeches by speakers, and we are supposed to have table topic, but today we are having a role explanation session by one of our seasoned Toastmasters, and this will be followed by evaluations by the general evaluator as well as by the speech evaluators. Now, coming to the theme of today's session, peer pressure. Let me start by narrating the experience of an 103-year-old woman. On her 103rd birthday, when people asked, what she feels about her age. The first response was, there is no peer pressure. This tactic fought with me because I feel peer pressure in today's world is a slow, subtle form of poison or self-destruction, which influences all of us at all walks of life. I'll explain it over the course of time. And this influence takes quite early. Before explaining this, let me introduce the general evaluator for today. Our general evaluator is an avid and seasoned Toastmaster and a long-time member of Hoodi Toastmaster Club. Most importantly, he amazes us with his deep, passionate knowledge of music and cricket, and impressively, in some cases, in his speeches, the ability to relate the two, which I really like. So please welcome Toastmaster Vinayak. He will explain the role and the aspect.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurav. So, peer pressure and my role today has a connection, right? I mean, we see this often in our corporate life and day-to-day life also. That a lot of our peers are there to give us feedback. Right? So I remember the first time I was a fresher and I walked into my office, and the first couple of weeks I made a very silly mistake. And there were a couple of people like, hey, yeah, you don't even know this and you don't even know that. And I was disheartened by that. Whereas one senior guy, he came up and said, okay, you put in the right effort, but if you had done this, if you had done that, if you had done, we showed a couple of things here and there, which helped me improve. And the next time I did not commit that mistake. And that is what is called as constructive feedback. And my role today is to provide constructive feedback for the entire session, right? A general evaluator. So I will be providing feedback for the entire session. I will not be able to do that alone. For that, I will have, obviously the evaluators are here for the speeches by itself. Also, I'll be joined with my TAG team, TAG, Timer Toastmaster Vaibhavi. And she believes in manifestation a lot. Right? She is a software engineer by profession right now. She wants to be a professor, right? And she's already carrying, she doesn't use a blue pen or a black pen, she carries a red pen. From now on itself, right? So that is the power of manifestation, which she believes in. Over to you to explain your role.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator Toastmaster Vinayak, for such a creative way of introducing me. Thank you for not commenting on my clothes as well, which has shades of red. Well, on a serious note, as timer, it's my primary duty to avoid cascading effect of the speakers speakers will be coming on the virtual or the actual stage here. By cascading effect, I mean that if something gets delayed or if something is getting over time, the effectiveness or the quality of other speakers also get affected because of boredom and other aspects. So my primary duty is to avoid that here. As timer, I have these cards called as flashcards that I'll be flashing or showing to the virtual and actual audience in the room here. For prepared speech, ideally it is 5 to 7 minutes. At the end of 5 minutes, I will show the green card. At the end of 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And at the end of 7 minutes, I will show the red card. However, we have mixture of prepared speeches today. So I request the speech evaluator of respective speakers to give me heads up of what is the time allocated. Green card indicates minimum time, that is the person has qualified. Yellow card tells us about the mean time, that is we have as much time remaining as we had till now, that is only 50% is remaining. Red card shows that you have reached the maximum and in next 30 seconds you should wrap up to avoid time disqualification. Similarly, in table topic segment, this green card goes up when 1 minute is up. The yellow card goes up when 1 minute 30 seconds are up. And this red card goes up when 2 minutes are up. Similarly, in evaluation, green card goes up when 3 minutes are up. Yellow card goes up when 3 minutes 30 seconds are up, and red card goes up when 30 seconds, 3 minutes are up. 2, 2:30, and 3 is allocated time for evaluation. I shall present my report when called upon by the general evaluator again. Up until then, as I always say, happy Toastmaster. Back to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, thank you. Our counter for the day is someone who is another Toastmaster, who is another software engineer. I mean, it's not a surprise that in Bangalore we have a lot of software engineers. So he's a software engineer who loves to play and watch sports. He's also one of the newer Toastmasters. I believe he joined in March or April. In April, right? And he has already taken up a varied set of roles. I love this enthusiasm. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudhir, to explain your role.
Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Sudhir. Today, my role as a all-rounder is well, whenever the gaps are there in between the speech, filler words like basically, literally, like repeated words, and I mean, like all those I'll copy, and I'll let you report at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The grammarian, the G stands for grammarian, and the grammarian for the day is somebody who has joined just 3 weeks ago and he has already taken up 2 roles. One of the most enthusiastic members that I have seen in the last 6-8 months, Mr. Kamal Khan, Toastmaster Kamal Khan.
Thank you so much, Vinayak. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Very good. My name is Kamal Khan Goel, and I will be serving as a role of grammarian for today's meeting. And as the role of grammarian, I will be attentively listening for the good usages of grammar whenever there are interesting words, phrases, or chords. And I will also notice if there is any incorrect usage of grammar or if there are any areas of improvement. I will also introduce the word of day today, which is resilient. Resilient is an adjective which means to withstand or recover from difficult conditions. Usage is despite many setbacks, she remained resilient and achieved her goals. Also, in line with our today's theme, being a resilient person means stay strong in the face of peer pressure and taking your choices. In the face of peer pressure and align with your personal beliefs and values. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of day, resilient, and whenever each speaker uses word resilient, everyone is requested to acknowledge it with thumbs up or finger snapping. Thank you.
Thank you. I couldn't resist this usage of the day, usage of the word of the day. I want to register the first thumbs up anyways. Afghanistan was resilient in its under chain of the attack. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day. I will be back when called upon again.
Thank you, General Manager and your tag team for explaining your role. Now coming back to the topic, peer pressure. I feel 95% of the decisions and actions we take till we are mature individuals are driven by peer pressure. And this sets off quite early in our life when we are as a kid. So, in our Indian society, we are introduced to peer pressure unknowingly or knowingly by our parents. When we are kids, we keep on hearing our parents, see, look at this kid, how he sleeps and eats easily, and you are so much cranky. This comparison sets the stage for a vicious web of peer pressure which continues throughout life. As we grow up, we keep on hearing, do this, what others are doing. You must be have heard that Sharmaji's son is doing. So you keep on hearing in every form from your parents. Yet paradoxically, sometimes you are asked to resist peer pressure in some cases. For example, you demand a costly gadget or a toy. Then comes the sentences. If everyone jumps in publicly, will you do it? Don't follow the herd. This is confusing, right? But as peer pressure takes root, each of your decision leads you to second guess driven by peer pressure. A constant voice comes that what will everyone think? Are everyone doing this? And each of your actions is governed by this voice. Before I go more into peer pressure, let me get into our first speech. I will ask the evaluator for today to give the details of the pathway for the first speaker, who is Siddhartha. So our evaluator, first evaluator for today is Toastmaster Trilok. Toastmaster Trilok has been an active member, as I have seen, for the last 1 year and has taken several roles. He is a software profession by the day and has interest in reading, doodling, and occasional traveling. He is also a passionate badminton player, which we are all aware, and he has also inspired some of the Hoodi test masters to join a badminton session today. So please welcome Toastmaster Trilok. Pathway of the first speaker with Siddharth.
Thank you. Thank you. The first speaker is going to present the third speech in the pathway presentation mastery. It is about vocal variety and body language. So the goal is to enhance their speech using vocal variety and body language. And just a note that I suck at this, so I'll be providing my feedback based on the feedback that I have received and hope it does well. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Trilok. So our first Toastmaster is Toastmaster Siddhartha. He is an electrical engineer by profession who loves football and travel. The title of his speech is In Search of Buttermilk. Toastmaster Siddhartha, In Search of Buttermilk. Thank you.
So, time out before we start, can we just change the view? Because it will be very distracting.
Remove the thing. Yeah.
5 to 7 minutes.
Yes. The view? View is speaker view. No, make it gallery. Okay. Okay.
Better? Good morning, Toastmasters. I have to tell you that my friends and myself love to trek. So we decided to go on this wonderful trek. This was to Kumara Parvata. Now, Kumara Parvata is this beautiful hill amidst the Western Ghats. And we chalked up the plan. And our goal was to reach the Buttermilk. Now, Bhattru in Kannada means a person who's really good at cooking. And you know, Mane is a house. So, Butter Mane is that place on top of a hill. That person used to cook really good food for the tourists who used to come there. So, tourists enjoyed the stay, they camped, and they had good food and came back. And that is exactly what my friends and myself planned to do. So, everything was set, the plan was everything was ready. And on the day of departure, I packed my bags. I was off to the railway station. I reached the railway station. I reached the platform. Looked for my friends, but my friends were not there. I said, "My God, my friends didn't even, care to wait for me before boarding the train." I got onto the train, went looking for them, and I found nobody. My friends were not there. I sat there all alone thinking where these guys are. And I called them up. I said, "Where are you guys?" And my friend said, "We're just 2 minutes away, we're coming." And all of a sudden, the train started to move. I knew where they were when they said they're 2 minutes away. And the next station was Kengeri. And it was turning out to be a good trip already, starting off. I thought it would be a solo trip. But due to the peer pressure, I had to get off the train. and we boarded the bus to Kuki Subramania Temple, which was the starting point for the trek. So the next day morning when we reached Kuki, I saw my friend Pooja and Dolly, they were unpacking a lot of things. And I had my friend Manoj who was standing next to me. He said, Pooja, Dolly, why have you got so many things, man? How are you going to carry all of it on top? And from being holding his bag like this, he went like this. So we knew who carried all the luggage. And we started off the trek. It was a beautiful trail that we took. And this is Western Ghats, so weather is unpredictable. And it started pouring down. And soon the trail which we thought was left by humans was gushing with water up till our knees. To make matters worse, Pooja noticed a creepy crawly climbing on top of Manoj's pant. Manoj saw it. He was shocked. It was a leech. He knew that that pal was not alone. The leeches of the entire jungle would descend upon us any moment. They knew that breakfast was here. And I said to my friends, guys, we are not stopping. We have to keep going. They're like, yes, we have to keep going. Let's go. After several hours of trekking, we thought this Batamane didn't exist. We were losing hope. And right then, I saw a sign. It said it was a big rock with a sign 3 written on it with an arrow on top. I said, guys, which is 3 kilometers away. We have to hurry. This is our chance. And my friends were like so excited. We started to flow through. After several hours, 4 to 5 hours, we did not find the place. Now, my friend Manoj, his whole life was, in front of him. He was thinking of becoming a Tarzan, alive in the jungle forever, living in the tent. He was depressed. He said, we have to stop. We have to go back. Right then, I spotted something. I said, smoke. And my friends, before I could realize what was happening, they were running as fast as they could towards that house. It was like kids running behind an ice cream truck. Finally, even after so many hurdles came our way, the team succeeded. We persisted. We were relentless, resilient. We reached the destination. Now at Buttermane, as we relaxed, I asked the uncle then, I asked him, sir, we saw this big tree with an arrow written on top with pointing straight. Did we really cover only 3 kilometers for 4-5 hours? And he said, my son, that direction which you saw, that's for the people going downhill, not for people climbing up. I was shocked. I could feel my friends glaring at me. I could not turn my head, and I did not dare to open my mouth for the rest of the night. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Siddharth, for taking us through this enchanting journey of Buttermane and your experiences. Now, coming again back to our theme, peer pressure. So, peer pressure has an intense effect on teenagers and millennials and Gen Z. So, it's when they are forming their social identity and social presence, they seek validation and often succumb to with the pressures, the activities that they see among their innate peer groups. Social media also plays an important role here to depict their fake identities by influencers and their peers to influence those activities. I have seen, let me give a few examples where talented millennials have under peer pressures have taken life altering decisions. So we have one very talented developer who was working with us. He was from reputed college. He would have been a very talented techie in the long run, but out of peer pressure, he took MBA exams and investment banking being the in thing. He went to investment banking, despised it, and failed it badly to lose his job and being left without job for 1 year. Finally coming back again to software development. Similarly, during the COVID world, one of our colleagues, under peer pressure, invested a huge amount of money with cryptocurrency to lose the entire money. In fact, the peer who has influenced him to invest had lost money but had lied to him that I made this much amount of money. However, peer pressure can be positive also, provided your peers are not foolish. So there are some cases where you have to be in the journey with peers for a long time. For example, 4-year engineering, etc. So then there is no way to escape peer pressure and you have to deal with it. So there, peer pressure can be a positive source of introspection, increasing efficiency, and increasing exposure. So this tells about the effect of peer pressure for millennials and teenagers. Before I go further down the ages, let me ask the evaluator for the second speech to give the details of the speech for the second speaker. Our evaluator for the second speech is an architect by profession and has diverse and very interesting hobbies. One of it is sending postcards to unknown people via cross posting, which I thought does not exist today. He is also an entrepreneur by heart and humorously calls himself a profound procrastinator. Please welcome Master Srinivas to explain the speech, the pathway, and the speech objectives for our second speaker, Prashant.
Thank you, Toastmaster, for the introduction, and it's actually post-crossing, not cross-posting, so just to make it a little bit more calmer situation. But yeah, greetings, dear Toastmaster and guests. This is Srinivas, serving as speech evaluator for the day. My target speaker is giving his icebreaker, and objectives of the speech is for the speaker to introduce himself of the speech to the club to understand the basic structure of speech writing. Timer, please note that the time allocated for the speech is 4 to 6 minutes. So please flash green card for the end of 4 minutes, yellow card by the end of 5 minutes, and red card by the end of 6 minutes. We have a practice to say legacy of giving a standing ovation to the speaker who is presenting his first speech in the Toastmaster Club. So in the first speech, I shall present my report when called upon by the general evaluator. With this, back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivas. So our second speaker, who is delivering his icebreaker speech, hails from Odisha. He is working as a finance manager with Honda Motors, and his hobbies are listening to music. The title of his speech is Life is a Journey. Life is a Journey, Toastmaster Prashant.
A very happy morning to all fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Thank you. Before start the ice-breaking speech, I would like to request you, please close your eyes. Please take a breath. Just hold on. Just release. Just imagine. Just imagine a city where sound of sweet melodious bhajans and slokas bring sleepy citizens from their bed. For every street echoes with chants from ancient temple, where all the air is filled up with fragrance of incense. Please open your eyes. This is Bhubaneswar, the temple city. Toastmaster, my name is Prashant Mohanty. Today I take you the journey of my life. So I brought up in a very adorable family where my childhood was very love and fun. So still remember. So I used to eagerly waiting for our summer vacation where we go to my nanny's place. And we used to play in the ponds and bullock cart will drive bullock cart and climbing in the mango tree. There's no restriction at all. It was great time for us. Even also Jagannath Puri. We used to visit all my entire family with Jagannath Puri, where we have spent this around 60 kilometers away from the Bhubaneswar. So where we spend whole day and we play in the sea beach and we eat some seafood and spend whole day. So as you know, time and tides wait for none. The time passed. I couldn't able to understand when I have completed my graduation and my professional degree and I started my professional career. So my first company I joined is Sahara India Commercial Corporation as a finance manager. So I was deployed in a golf course. So where I got a chance to meet so many celebrities. But the initial stage of my career was very challenging because I just come out from my comfort zone and far away from my place. I was far away from my family, specifically from my mother. It was very challenging for me and adapt a new place and new people. That is Maharashtra. But anyway, time passed, priority changed. I've started changing my jobs and switched so many companies. So later, currently I'm working with the automobile company where as manager finance. I'm having more than 20 years of experience in finance accounts. But trust me, I never felt in financial year 2021, communication, body language, personality will play a vital role in my personal growth. So COVID came into the picture. So it has affected all human life. Apart from that, this has affected my personal growth, what I personally feel. But what happened, my management has decided to change the complete appraisal process to the even a third party. So before that, I was doing good. I was getting appreciation, recognition, promotions, everything, even in my basket. I was in upper hand. So once they have given the assessment to the third party based on my rating, they have selected me and have appeared the assessment. But it was very best what I feel. I was in cloud 9. Yes, all my assessment has gone very good. But at the end of the day, I got the result. The panelist called me. I'm sorry, your communication, body language is not up to the mark. So best of luck for the next time. So completely disheartened. So around this late evening, around 11 o'clock, I got a call from one of the panelists. She called me. Hello, Prashant. Yes. Hey, what's wrong with you? You're too good in your subject area, core area, but your lack of in leadership. Why don't you join Toastmaster? So there you will get leadership quality, personality development, communication skill, body language, everything you will get over there. Don't wait. Join Toastmaster. So because Toastmaster is new to me that time, I heard first time at that name. Okay, start something. What is Toastmaster? I've gone through and so many things are there. I was able to understand. Then I searched what is the nearest Toastmaster. I got Hoodi Toastmaster is near to me. Without getting delay, I joined Hoodi Toastmaster. I started my career. Toastmasters, life is a journey. It is not so simple that you will get everything in easily. It is a bumpy road and everything is very tough. But if you have a strong commitment and determination, you can reach your goal easily. Thank you so much.
So we'll have the elections now. So I invite our presiding officer Yaska to start with the election process, and we will continue after that.
Arun, we need 3 more. If we can pull up 3 more people, we can start off.
Okay, I don't know from where I'm going to call people. Let me do that, Jaska. Get started. I will figure out. I will myself have to log off to call people, and I will be back in a minute.
Sure. Thank you, Arijit, for joining. Thanks, Mamati, Pooja, Rishi, Abhishek, and Tanuja for joining. Yes. What happened?
Nothing. If I miss my attendance, I will. You have to compensate.
Yes. So while it is happening, let me quickly read out the nominations that we have received. So we are going to do the elections for the next upcoming program here. That is starting from July 2024 up till December 2024. We have 7 club officer roles. One is the president. Next is vice president education. Next is vice president of membership, vice president of public relations. Then we have the treasurer, the secretary, and the SAA. Right? For more details, you go. Thank you. More details you can always visit. The president is kind of runs the entire executive committee. Vice president education runs the meetings and ensures that all the members pass their education goals, complete their education goals. Vice president membership ensures that all the members are happy and we get more members. And vice president public relations ensures that the club is visible to all the targeted audience across the area that we are targeting and ensures that all the communications are sent out in the right time. The treasurer manages the finances of the club. Then the secretary manages all the paperwork that is needed and ensures that it is filed in the right time and every member is having access to it. And the sergeant at arms, or in short SAA, opens every meeting and ensures that all the meeting materials are ready and ensures that we start meeting on time, ensure the place is ready, the Zoom is ready, everything. So that's the brief of those. From last year, we also started to have associate members to encourage other members also to be part of the executive committee to ensure that they also get a taste of what happens, right? Because we cannot do one person, we need a team. So the associate roles helps out. So we have few nominations, but few nominations are still open for the associate roles. So let me quickly read out various nominations that have been come. For the role of, I'll be going in the backward direction, right, from the SAA till the president. So for the role of SAA, we have one nomination, that is Toastmaster Sanjana. Then for the role of secretary, we have one nomination, that is Toastmaster Abhishek Singh. Then for the role of treasurer, we have one nomination, Somesh Agarwal, Toastmaster Somesh Agarwal. For the role of vice president public relations, we have Toastmaster Vaibhavi Sundar. For the role of vice president membership, we have Toastmaster Vinayakam. For the role of vice president education, we have Toastmaster Trilok Jain. For the role of president, we have Toastmaster Arun Sriram. So these are the nominations for the roles. If still anybody wants to nominate, the floor is open for 30 seconds. We'll wait. We need one more. Yeah. Okay, thank you. I see no nominations extra coming in. Then we have associate roles. We have 3 nominations for 3 associate roles. For the role of associate SAA, we have Toastmaster Srinivas, who was nominated. We have for the role of associate vice president public relations, we have Toastmaster Siddhartha, who has nominated himself. For the role of associate vice president education, we have DTM Bhamati Pai, who has nominated her role. Okay, we have. Okay, now we have reached our quorum. For reaching the quorum, we need to have 51% of the members. As per the dashboard today, we have 41 members on the dashboard. So 41 into 51% is approximately 20.91. So we have 21. We have 21 members quorum in front of us. I request our secretary Vaibhavi to note down all the names of the people in the quorum for the records. I'm opening the nomination for other associate roles also. We have opening for associate vice president of membership, associate treasurer, and associate secretary. If anyone is there, I request you to nominate yourself for the roles. I'll leave 30 seconds for that. Yes. For associate membership. Good. Thank you. Please sit down and note it down. We have completed.
Can you please put it in the group? Can I request you to put it in the?
Yeah, put it in the group.
So, Nishi.
It's not a- He's also there. No. And we have here Manjula. Then Sudhir. Sudhir. Saurabh. Dr. Sam.
Kamal has nominated himself, if you have noticed.
We have Chetana, Rishi, and then Chetan. Rishi, Nitesh. Nariji. Thank you so much. Can you take a screenshot? Huh? Yeah, take a screenshot.
Yeah, just a roll call. We have Arijit, Vaibhavi, Yaska, Arun, Trilok, Vinayak, Somesh, Sanjana,
Ramesh, let's take a picture.
Sanjana, Abhishek Singh, Bhamati, Siddhartha, Srinivas, Manjula, Kamalkant, Sudhir, Saurabh, Prashant, Chetna, Rishi, Nitesh.
Okay, so now
Have I missed out on anyone?
any names are not read?
Arijit, Vaibhavi, Yaska, Arun, Trilok, Vinayak, Somesh, Sanjana, Abhishek Singh, Bhamati, Siddhartha, Srinivas, Manjula, Kamalkant, Sudhir, Saurabh, Prashant, Chetna, Rishi, Nitesh.
Did you mention Pooja also?
Pooja is not a member, na? She's a guest.
Not a member now?
Anyone else? Am I missing?
Anuja? Anuja not. 21.
Tanuja.
Done. Okay, thank you so much for everyone for coming in for the quorum of the elections. Now that we have nomination for each of the role, I would just call upon the person to come on online. I think they are there. I request the secretary to nominate a secret ballot for that person. Request Vaibhavi to please come on the stage. With this
1 second.
taken paper. On the ball.
Sir, we'll use this book only. We'll use the book only.
If we had one more nomination, we would have the pitch by the members and then we'd have to vote. But because we only have one more nomination, we'll just cast one vote by the secretary and we'll move forward. Thank you.
1 second.
Thank you. So for the role of SAA for the program year July 2024 to December 2024, Toastmaster Sanjana Parida has nominated herself and there is no other nomination. So I request our secretary to cast a ballot for her, and with that we elected her. Thank you so much. Next one.
Daughter is not well, so she's not able to.
Yeah, no. The next one is for the role of secretary for the upcoming year, upcoming term, that is July 2024 to December 2024. We have one nomination, Toastmaster Abhishek Singh. And because there is no other nominations, I request the secretary to cast a vote. Single vote. Secretary for the upcoming term. Thank you so much. Next, we have our treasurer role. We have one nomination, that is Toastmaster Somesh Agarwal. Request him to stand up. He is here. So I request our secretary to please nominate, add a vote on behalf of Somesh, and then we elect our treasurer for the upcoming term, Somesh Agarwal.
Thank you.
For the role of Vice President Public Relations, we have one nomination, Toastmaster Vaibhav Sundar. As there are no other nominations, I request our secretary to please cast a vote for her. Thank you so much. So please welcome our Vice President Public Relations for the next term, Toastmaster Vaibhav Sundar. Next, we have Vice President Membership. We have one nomination, Toastmaster Vinayakam, and we don't have any other nominations. I request our secretary to nominate, for a vote. Cast a vote. And we welcome our upcoming item membership. Thank you so much. Next, for Vice President Education, we have one nomination, Toastmaster Trilok Jain. Request him to stand up. Welcome our next Vice President Education, Toastmaster Trilok Jain. Next, for the role of President, we have one nomination, Toastmaster Arun Sriram. I request him to come on camera. Thank you so much, and request the secretary to please cast a vote. President, Toastmaster Arun Sriram. Next, for the roles of associates, we have got 4 associate roles to be nominated. No, it's not done. For the role of associate SA, we have Toastmaster Srinivas Sundar. I request him to stand up. Next, for the role of associate Vice President Public Relations, we have Toastmaster Siddhartha, who nominated him. Thank you so much. For the role of associate Vice President Membership, we have Toastmaster Kamal Khan Goyal. For the role of Associate Vice President Education, we have Toastmaster DTM Bhamati Pai, who has nominated herself. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I will be the immediate past president, will be part of the com. So with this, I request all the upcoming officers to be part of the TLI that is conducted by the District 92 in the month of July. There will be multiple sessions. I request you to will share the communications as soon as we receive them. Please ensure that you go to that, because we have to have that as part of one of our DCP, and also various awards are related to that. I request all of you to do. And I request the next president, Arun Sriram, to please take it over to the next term. And we'll have our area director. Please, I request you to please invite our next upcoming area director to do an installation at the appropriate date as decided by the club. If you need any help, I would definitely be there to assist for that. And I congratulate the entire term of officers to take the Hoodi to newer heights and ensure we soar higher and higher in the upcoming term. With this, I give back the stage to Toastmaster Saurabh to conduct our normal meeting. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone again for coming. If you are busy with something else, you are free to drop, but if you want to enjoy our meeting, please be there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Yaska, for conducting the entire election process. And I hope the new ExCom members will not have much peer pressure because of the previous ExCom. The previous ExCom did it very well. And I hope to continue the same. And I hope the best for the new ExCom members also.
They already got the World Cup.
Now again coming to peer pressure. So peer pressure is not supposed to have impact for people in the middle age because we assume that people are matured by the time. But let me tell you a personal experience. So you have, suppose you are, say, assume you are 35 plus, happily settled in a job, getting a handsome package, happily married, and you feel contented with your life, and you feel that you have achieved everything. Now, for few people, they go to an alumni meet, and there they meet few of their friends who were not so good at college, getting a 50% more package than them. Next day, they lose sleep. Next day, they lose sleep. Now, they feel underachieved. Their success is not their benchmark is not their success, but someone else's success. So what happens is next, they will flood Naukri with their resumes or LinkedIn. A few of them may hustle and may be successful in getting a 40% hike. But in that process, you have to compromise many things. Like I have seen people where they're working comfortably in Delhi, staying with their parents, now change job, move to Calcutta. They got a 40% hike, but they are staying in Delhi, they are staying in Calcutta, their parents in Delhi, whole life is screwed up. So that's the impact of peer pressure. Okay. Coming next to our next section of our session. Instead of table topic, we have a role walkthrough by one of our seasoned Toastmasters. Everyone has introduced her. Let me try to introduce her in my own words. So, Baibavi, I have seen is, as far as I have seen, is one of the most devoted and passionate Toastmaster. I feel she takes Toastmaster as a part-time job, if not full-time. She does not miss any meeting at any club. So that's why she is the apt person to explain us the roles. So please welcome Toastmaster Baibavi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Saurabh, for introducing me again in a very creative way. I think it's a huge range today of creative introductions of mine. Well, here I am in this special segment where I'll be introducing different roles to the people, to the new members, to give glimpses of, as today I've taken table topic master, what I have learned through my lenses. Well, this table topic master is a very versatile role, is what I would like to do. Let me justify it with the logical aspects that I've observed. One is that you can always align your table topic section with the theme of the day by having a proper conversation with the Toastmaster of the day, saying how much he or she will speak on the same topic and how much you will be doing it, so that it is interactive, so that it is not a lecture form. This is one approach. Second approach that I have learned of late in a hard way is about the contest approach. What is the contest approach? If you've hopped through different contests, area level contests, club level contests, division level contests, or even district level contests, you can see that there will be 5 topics that the contest chair or the chief judge comes up with, and one topic will be chosen. Now, choosing these 5 topics is not that easy, because you'll have to have a lot of discussion maybe with your area director, division director, such that the topic is neutral and also it meets the standards of that particular contest. In a division contest, you can't say whether you like tea or coffee. It doesn't look nice. It affects the reputation of that particular division. So they come up with some creative ideas. Let me give examples. What DTM Yaska had told me very recently was, practice makes a man perfect, but nobody is perfect. Then why practice? This is a very controversial topic that gives lot of that gives a wide canvas for you to think through. First thing that a person can pick up is why everybody is targeting men only in this patriarchal society. Why can't we have words like women? Practice makes women perfect, or practice makes anyone all perfect. This is one take. This is one take that the person can have. And this can be made as one particular table topic for about 1.5 minutes, where you're putting your thoughts and still you're confining to the topic given to you. Or you can also say, there is no limit to practice, ladies and gentlemen. But the more you practice, the better your brain is getting, the better your neural network is getting. And that someday might take to close to perfection, which people might think that it is too far from their reach. Yes, you're not at 100, but because you're at 99, people still who are at 80, 85 will think that going to 99 is also difficult.
Peer pressure.
So, clear win-win situation again. So this is what is perfection. What I'm trying to tell you is, when you are on this side of the table as table topic master, you have to have a wide spectrum of your thought process. You can come to the extreme end where you forfeit, where you say, this topic does not make any sense. I'm not an advocate of this topic at all. Instead, the topic should have been, there are speakers who do this. You should be considering these options and deliberately and consciously choosing such topics so that their creative side comes up and the judges will have better aspects to mark you on when it comes to content. The third approach is happy-go-lucky table topic master types. That is, you don't care about the theme, you don't care about the contest, but you always care about making it fun-filled, completely fun-filled. Assume that the theme is very serious, like marketing strategies, or very focused, very close-ended, like artificial intelligence. But the table topic master comes and says something like
Picnic.
yeah, picnic is more than picnic. It's something like, you're the president of the day. You're the president of the country for a day. Now give a table topic of this. How does marketing strategy have to do with the president? These topics are not even given in any of the contest of all the districts that I've known. But still the table topic master chooses to do this. Why? Because they want the speaker, the guest mainly, to open up. They want to give more content to the introductions that these people will be having in the coming days. For example, if the president says, I'm so much fed up, or I'm suffocated with this concept of formals. I hate wearing formals to any of the occasion. So if I'm the president for a day, I will make it mandatory for all of you to be in your casuals. Be it pajama, be it your shorts, be it whatever you want to. For one day, I don't want to see any formals in the country. That's the order of the president. So the person in the club who's coming, he will have a better introduction in saying, please help me in welcoming a frustrated, formal attire advocate, antonym is prosecution, okay. Prosecution for the formal attire with a thunderous round of applause. So this gives so much content for the person who's introducing this table topic speaker. So this is how generally table topic masters come up with the different strategies. I have come across a few strategies or a few instances where they stack up the whole book. Let me show you, demonstrate how. Assume that these are books. They stack up multiple books like this, and they say that these are well-known books of accomplished authors, and they well shuffle it, and they ask the speakers to pick one, or they cover it so that the cover page is not visible, and they pick it and they uncover it, and they ask the speaker to speak on the author or the book. Now the pressure here is the person should have read that book in the first place, and if the person has not, he has to cover up for this. he should make, in the given 30 seconds, he should make up whatever is there in the heading and go forward. This speaker says that he has 10 mantras in life. Maybe this person is not married. With 10 mantras in life, you can't get away or you can't arrive at conclusions. But I appreciate that at least he has come up with 10, where I'm still finding it difficult to figure out one mantra. This becomes altogether a different table topic. So what I encourage you, table topic masters, is please give enough thought to your brains. Please experiment yourself as widely as possible and don't keep any upper cap to yourself. Only restrict that in your topics. You don't have anything about sex, religion, and politics because it is already told by Sergeant at Arms. And only one tip is that don't make it too long, because when the speaker is speaking, if the topic is too long, it becomes difficult for him or her to first sink it in his brain that this is the topic that he or she is speaking, and then touch upon all the words. So please avoid that, is what I would recommend. The classic way, the go-to option is have a few chits like this in hand. Maybe you can have a bowl and you can say pick a fate for yourself or pick a chit for yourself. And whatever chit they pick, you can give them a table topic. And this can be mixture of theme or your creative topics and etc. Listen, dear Toastmasters and guests, table topic master's role is not a rocket science. It is very creative, very fun, interesting. But the only homework that you have to do is that you should be well read, well aware of how speakers speak, and be very open-minded and not have any judgments. With this, I hand over the stage back to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Saurabh. I'm sure that all of you had some glimpses of the notebook.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devi, for explaining this book, all these table topic master role. It was really enlightening, and I hope all the members have taken note of it and will be better as in their roles as table topic masters. So before we go to our third section, our evaluation sections, I want to mention about another heightened form of peer pressure that we noticed too. That is to look not only cool, but super cool. Super cool. Cool is you can be in social media and become cool, but now there is a trend to look super cool. So
minus 10.
so in this, I'll give you a few examples. So you are in a group, we are talking about a popular movie, say Christopher Nolan movies or something like that, and then there's a guy that Christopher Nolan movies are good, but I went to a French festival and watched a movie where they depict the human values so much. I think Christopher Nolan was inspired by those. And when people ask where you can see these movies, they will say that was there in the French festival. I don't know where it is. Similarly, if people are talking about exotic locations like France, Paris, etc., then one guy said, I went for a nomadic expedition in the African jungle. They are still in the 18th century, and you can see really how they do it. Yeah. So this again, this brings the peers they are interacting with comes under pressure, and then they bring a heightened sense of they raise the temperature of peer pressure to another level. So now coming to our third section, we will have the evaluations. We will have the general evaluator, Toastmaster Vinayak, going through his evaluation, and then we will have the evaluation for the previous speeches.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Saurabh. I am under peer pressure now to match up to this wonderful act of Toastmaster Saurabh. Okay. Before I start with my general evaluation, I would like to call upon the evaluators, the speech evaluators. First, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Trilok to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Siddhartha.
Thank you. This wasn't a speech. I think we all of us agree. It was a theatre performance. It was so very well done. Thank you, Toastmaster Siddhartha, for teaching us, I think all of us, how we can use our body language and vocal variety to enhance the message that we are communicating. It was done very beautifully, and I think everybody of us would agree to that. The second thing I think, which was an ingredient of how you made it happen, was the variety of emotions that you expressed in these 5 to 7 minutes was exemplary. Excitement, disappointment, nervousness, happiness, fear, reassurance. At one point in time, I stopped taking notes because I was so engrossed in the beauty of the performance that you were doing, that these emotions were touching me so well that I was engrossed. And if you would have noticed, he was augmenting both voice and his expressions together to communicate the fact. For example, when he was expressing the fact that how his friend was assuming that the girls have packed a lot, he was, when he was talking, he lowered his voice and he started expressing it in terms of his body language, the movements, the expression of holding the bags. And the next moment when he was carrying the bag, how he stooped. So I think both of these things put together, the use of a variety of your voice and the expressions double added to the effect. The third thing that I want to point out is you were very comfortable. I think, especially when the body language and vocal variety speech is given, some people try to incorporate a lot of things. And usually people, what they do is choose a couple of them so that it is done very well. But he had done everything and he was so comfortable that he was able to incorporate everything in a single speech. The next thing about being comfortable and confident. So we see that this is a huge stage, but it is not necessary that we walk from that end to this end. It is necessary to be at the right spot, which is not too far from the audience, that is, I'm not scared of you, and not too close to the audience saying that I'm not intimidating you. It was the right space. And moving to this side and moving to that side. He had created a mental box around him so that he was able to communicate to everybody of all of us and still able to not appear that he was standing in one place. That was very well done. The next part was conclusion. I loved the conclusion because actually I would have loved more if you would have shown how your friend beat you up after that. But it left all of us wondering like what would have happened. And we had that from the sequence of things that you had done, we were imagining like what would the next sequence would have been. So the conclusion was great. It left the audience to think about what would have happened. I really don't have a lot in terms of the areas where you can improve. The only thing which I've observed, maybe it's something about the room itself that everybody gives less importance to this side. Dilip was on this side, and this is not just for, I think it's everyone, maybe because the majority of us stand on this side of the room. Perhaps it is also, even if there's a single person sitting on this side, we could get some attention on this side of the room so that it feels equally distributed. But otherwise, it was very well done on making the right amount of eye contact, which was not less, not more, in the sense that you're not shifting your eye movements that indicates nervousness, but you were keeping your eye focused for at least 2-3 seconds per person as you were transitioning, which means that you were giving attention to everybody, the right amount of attention that is required. So overall, a very good speech, Siddhartha, and thank you for, it was a learning session for me, I think for all of us. And just to sum up, I think your confidence and comfort in expressing all of these emotions in front of this crowd, maintaining the right amount of the attention that you were giving to everybody was exemplary. And it was a very interesting speech. And I've not been to Kumara Parvata, but perhaps this experience of going down 3 kilometers, not going up, would give me some motivation. Thank you.
Hoodi meeting in Kumara. We'll have Hoodi meeting in Kumara Parvata.
I don't think so.
We'll have difficulty filling up forum.
But this time, we'll not take him because he will again.
Thank you, Toastmasters Grillo, for that wonderful evaluation. I thought given the time, you could have gone on and on, but I think you stopped in the interest of time. I would now request Toastmaster Srinivas to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Prashant.
Toastmaster Prashant, I'd like to talk a little bit about what I felt good things in the speech, because since it was the icebreaker speech, so I couldn't have a lot of observations to be made, but I was just involved in the kind of speech that you were delivering, because my icebreaker speech was a little bit more nervous. So the fresh air that we spoke about, you spoke about in the beginning, that reminded me about the petrichor of the rain, the first rain that happens. So I reminded of that. I was reminded of that. And then the body language I felt was quite well maintained, and the eye contact that was you were having was quite balanced. So I would recommend having a W or Z view with everyone else in the room, so that it is also not obvious about how the speech is being delivered. And then you had stuck the speech, meaning the number of words per minute was optimal. This avoided unnecessary pauses, contributed to the audience getting hooked throughout the speech. And there were a few grammatical errors that I observed, which can be improved along the way. But I think this was one of a few of my observations.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Srinivas. I would now like to call upon Toastmaster Vaibhavi for the timer report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good afternoon, dear Toastmasters and guests again. I am here with my timers report. A pat on the back for the speakers. Both of you have qualified. You were well within the time, so big round of applause for the both. Wholehearted apologies for the first speech evaluator Toastmaster below that I couldn't evaluate you. I was just I just come out of my role play, so.
Oh, that's why I thought it did very small.
So I didn't time you. I'm so sorry, but as much as I understand the role of timer, you were well within time. You did not hit the red card. Speech evaluator 2, you could have spoken a little bit more. So we can't qualify you for the evaluation. And in the interest of time, I shall present my precise report on the chat box. And with this, back to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaibhavi, for the precise report. Thank you so much. I would now like to call upon Toastmaster Sudhir for the arc of the report.
Some of the observations what I noted down. Saurav around 3 source used here. And Vaibhavi some around 3 plus the R. Okay. And Prashant more so multiple times. Used to 2 times. And coming to Srinivas, multiple R's are there. That's it.
Thank you so much. Let's say feedback is the breakfast of champions. What is applause?
Lunch.
Lunch. Thank you. I would now like to call upon Toastmaster Kamal Khan for the grammarian report.
Thank you very much. There are not many good words which I have listened. Like quorum, cascading, boredom, forum.
Yes, sir.
Four down, get succumbed. Breakfast is here, float to, down the edges, post crossing. And there are some good quotes. Time and tide, wait for none. And many people have used effective way of language, power of the body language, communication, personality development, and same recognition, appreciation, appraisal. Tourists love the food, they camped and left. And there are some more good phrases and word augmenting, engross, hustle, glimpses, learn through my lenses, canvas, and content. And if there are some areas of improvement, I would like to comment. If we are using some past tenses, don't say we are kids, we can say we were kids. Don't say that is, we can say that was. And when we are addressing any Toastmasters club, we shouldn't use Toastmasters, we can use Toastmasters. And it's not up to the mark, we can use up to the mark. And one more thing, that key I am sorry, it's that I am sorry. Also, one more thing, whenever we want to share examples, don't use the word like, we can use word such as.
Thank you. Hey, now to my report. The meeting started off at 10:04. The delay of 4 minutes is acceptable considering that we were locked out. The caretaker for the meeting room actually decided to go on he had something other important things to do probably, so he went off. So we were delayed a bit, and that was an unexpected thing. The beauty of Toastmasters is also that it teaches you how to deal with unexpected situations. That is also a leadership quality that you will need to face in your day-to-day life. So that was one thing which I really, like that there were different people coordinating and trying to get the meeting room open, and we finally we were able to do that, and we started off with just 4 minutes delay. So that was a good thing. Vaibhavi, she took on the role of the SA at the last minute. Kudos. I think again another thing which is very it's a quality that Toastmaster teaches you in life as well. There will be many opportunities that comes up at the last minute. Somebody was going to do a presentation of a particular idea that all of you guys had worked on. That person has not come in. You step up, you get to the podium and talk about it, and basically create an impression, right? So these are things which Toastmaster enables you to be prepared and be capable of, right? So that's a lovely quality, and I've seen that a lot in Hoodi Toastmasters especially, and overall Toastmasters as well. So that's something that for the new members also to imbibe and practice. Okay, I just came to know that this was the first TMOD session which Toastmasters Saurav had. It didn't feel so, right? It was wonderfully done. The theme was a serious topic. Peer pressure is not something to be laughed at, but it was described, and he went into detail. He went into the serious part also, obviously, but also it was a dollops of humor was sprinkled upon so that it didn't become too heavy for everybody, right? It sinked in. It sunk in. Sorry. It sunk in, and everybody could grasp it. A huge round of applause for those things. Yeah, fantastic. The other part I really liked about it is there are different styles of doing a TMOD. Many people do the theme throughout, and then they move on with the other sessions, one speech after the other, and then the TTM and other topics. It just goes one after the other. I really like that you had parts of the theme before each speech and before each role, and I think that keeps up a continuity, and it spreads. It's not like a 15-minute lecture which happens at the start and then you are left with the other parts of it. So it gave a feeling of continuity, because the TMOD is also supposed to be the Sutradhar or the master of ceremonies, right? So it gave a full nice continuity. I really loved it. It was very, very well done. Thank you. Toastmaster Siddhartha, I think Toastmaster Trilok has already given you a fantastic evaluation, and I second it. It was fantastic. Like he said, I second it again. It was not a speech, it was a performance. Looking forward to this is your second speech, if I'm not mistaken. Third speech. Yeah, wonderful. I'm looking forward to your next speech. Toastmaster Prashant, I do not believe that you had problems with your confidence or anything 2 years back. It doesn't seem like you are very confident. Even in fact, the first call to action, I have not seen that in an icebreaker before. The first thing you came and said that close your eyes and imagine and all those things. I have seen only seasoned speakers do that. I have not seen an icebreaker speech doing that. Fantastic. Congratulations. It took us back to that space, and we were with you through your journey. Thank you. And then we had our elections. The elections, of course, it was on a funny note. It reminded me of a fable where in a village, everybody was asked to get 1 cup of milk for the yajna that was supposed to happen, a ceremony that was supposed to happen. Right? And people thought that the other persons are going to get it, so I'll get water instead. Right? So unfortunately, it looked like everybody is thought that maybe other people will be joining in, and we had to scramble at the last minute for quorum. But all is well that ends well, so we had the quorum ultimately. So, but that was on a funny note to reminisce on. The walkthrough through for by Toastmaster Vaibhavi. I think that was a wonderful, passionate presentation. You not only covered the role of the TTM, you had tips for the speakers. And that I think was a nice idea. It didn't focus only on the TTM because it is good for the TTM to think about what the table topics speakers should be preparing for. That's a very nice tip, and that's something that was nicely done. Toastmasters Tilok, thank you for remembering to capture it in the as a video so that we can keep it recorded and keep it for posterity. So for all these sessions, thank you so much. And yeah, with that, I come to the end of the presentation. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Vinayak, for your wonderful evaluation and covering all aspects and everyone speakers and all the participants. So I would like to just end by saying that peer pressure confirms, peer pressure pushes you to conform to some social standards which are unwritten. Why follow those standards? Why follow those standards? Can we be ourselves? And so that we can be free and happy. Just free yourself from peer pressure. The world needs a spark of you, not a copy of everyone. Thank you. I hand over to the presiding officer.
Thank you so much. I request everyone to please vote. I have posted the link in the Zoom meeting chat also. People here, pull out your phones and scan. Let's use technology.
One time when you're encouraged to use the phone during a Toastmaster session.
While we cover, can I just close it? Just slide it so that I can see. No, not close it. People scanning this. I see Pooja after a long time. Pooja, are you there?
This doesn't move, sorry. So
Okay.
I'll have to close it.
No, let him scan. Leave it.
I think okay.
Pooja? Toastmaster Pooja?
You need to share your screen.
No.
Yes, in chat.
Pooja is not available. Okay. Dilip, any feedback on how the session went today?
So thanks everyone for that was a very encouraging session. I'm seeing the people in just that crowd and fourth meeting or presenting here and they have learned a lot. And I hope so one day I will be doing and following your path. And congratulations everyone for the new committee elected. And I have connected Vinayaka for joining this and wishing you all the best for continuing the same role. Yeah, and as I mentioned in my first call, I really like the format. The format of the whole meeting that is scheduled. It's like a very well managed. The timekeeping thing is that is very important when we are speaking. The Kandarian role. So you will get continuous and constant feedback immediately, and it's really inspiring. And I hope to be to reach the Toastmaster ladder by continuing my journey here. Thank you very much.
Dinesh, right?
Dinesh.
Yeah, please share the feedback.
Yeah, I am feeling very happy to see you, all the people, and everyone is communicating good. And I want to involve in this more from now onwards. Yeah. Thank you for giving.
So yeah, this is my second session for Hoodi Toastmasters. And as it goes, it was well planned and well organized. I'm looking forward to such meetings again. So yeah, I would be joining the next session as well. Thank you.
So I would also like to, before I conclude the meeting today and announce the voting, I also like to share that one of our members, DTM Nitesh, has been elected as the area director. Generally came, but then I didn't have stage, so I didn't not disturb the meeting. So we're going to have a lot of things happening next time. You will see me also a little less active in the Hoodi, but I would love to. I'll try my best to come as much. But yeah, I'm the current next division director, so first month will be a little hectic. I wish Arun Sriram all the best for the next term. Okay, so now let's go on with the awards today. So first, let me call upon for the best role taker. Okay, so best role taker unanimously goes to Toastmaster Saurabh. Very well done, voted. Next, the best auxiliary role taker goes to Toastmaster Vaibhavi. I think we should have an award for series of it.
It's very difficult for time taker to get the best of the day role because time taker there is nothing much, but the impact you have put in the beginning and overall was really great.
Okay, next best speaker goes to our theatre artist.
Once more. That's it.
Yaska, before you let him go, Yaska, Siddharth back on stage, please. Siddhartha back on stage. Okay, starting this week, we are doing something like a man of the match press conference. Okay, post-match presentation. And there's a bit to reward the process more than the speech itself. So if you could just let us all know how you prepared for this. And this we will do for every week as well. We'll start with you, Siddhartha. This was slightly difficult because you had to practice your vocal variety, body language, etc. So if you can just spend a minute or two to tell us how you prepared for this, any rehearsals, how did it go about?
I think you put me on the spot now.
Table topic is part of this meeting. Go ahead.
So I spoke to you a few days back, and sir had given some, on talking on picking the topic first. So he told me pick up a topic that an incident or some topic which will give you an opportunity to express more on the body language and the vocal variety part. So what will happen, and my thought process went to picking a topic which would go to the extreme, even when it came to vocal variety and the body language. Because if you can do the extreme here, then the simple topics you can be confident, and that is the goal for most of us, right? So that was the thought process behind it, and yeah, thanks to you, and thanks to Arijit also, who's my mentor, who gave me tips. He gave me a session for demonstration and everything like after you do this. So kudos to both of you. Thank you.
How did you practice? For that to be a boomerang. But thank you, Siddhartha. I didn't expect that.
No,
Genuinely didn't expect that.
Thank you. And
how many times did you practice like before performing here?
No, I think I'm inspired by a few of these sports persons. So they say you have to visualize, you have to get in that thing. So that was everything. I used to visualize the audience and try to get in this rhythm.
No, I mean rehearse. Did you do the rehearse?
That was it.
Visualization was the
And
were you part, one last question, were you part of any, drama or any theater in your childhood? Okay. Nice.
It was
No pressure.
Arun, I would like to ask you a question. Do you consider yourself Harsha Bhogle or Ravi Shastri?
Consider whom?
You.
Ravi Shastri any day. Any day. Politically incorrect, direct.
Loud voice.
Then you should do the essay with a punching line. Okay. Now the last award, the best evaluator goes to our Toastmaster Tilok.
wonderful.
Ask Zuckerberg, you should.
It was English superb.
Peer pressure.
Yeah,
No pressure will be on you.
Thank you so much. Okay, with this, let me conclude the meeting number 227. We'll be starting 228, the last one next term. I think we have a 250 also coming up in the upcoming term. I think 15 meetings more.
Yes.
Right?
25 minutes.
23 meetings more, approximately
Oh, in
5 months.
December.
So at the end of the term, we'll have that. Arun Sriram, all the best for that.
Preparations are underway already, FYI.
Lot of
Wow.
needs to spill.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll conclude this meeting. We'll meet next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All.
Yeah, good photo. Arun, how will you take photograph of this?
Okay, let me do that.
I think we already did the group photo, no? For the vote.
Yeah, that was with
That
more
was
attendance.
more attendance.
Yeah, we did that. So how,
We
Arun,
get
will you
together at
take it on the phone?
I'll take from my phone. If you can just collect near the door and the curtain, please. I always compare this room to a Dadar local, man. You can't believe the number of people inside. Only when you watch the overbridge, no? So many people getting over the train. Okay, here you go. Cheese.
We can say Hoodi.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Nice. Can end the meeting.
Yes.
We have tweets. Anyone? I had gone to Belgaum, so I thought I'll get it.
We can also consider it as Afghanistan on behalf of Afghanistan.
It can be.
Victory.
It's Morgan's birthday.
Yes. My wife's birthday also, so on my behalf.
मुझे लगा था सर नहीं आएंगे क्या मुझे लगा था स्कोर ज्यादा रहेगी
हाँ